Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Umarmung. I hope I pronounced that right, by CZTAnnett Ruempler. Uh, this is a neat, like, fill in slash texture tangle. Really, really cool. And really, really easy. Um, I'm just debating, do I want to do the full or do I want to do part? I kind of, go back and forth. Oh, I'm going to draw. This is not a grid pattern, but I'm feeling like I want this much of a border. There we go. Okay. So again, not a grid pattern. So in whatever space that you have that you're wanting to fill in, I'm just going to draw some lines. They don't have to be on trying to on purpose draw them. Not well. That's interesting. A little wiggly, like so. And I probably should have made them a little further apart, but we'll see how this goes. I don't think it matters. It's just this next part you just have to be a little careful of. So we make some. It's kind of they're like well, it's I guess you could say S shapes. Ooh, and maybe if I no, I'm gonna do it the way I have been doing it. I'm thinking if I turned it, it might make it easier. All right, here's what I'm gonna do: is I'm gonna start kind of in the middle, and well, like see, there's an S, and then we're gonna cross a line, do it backwards, do another one, do it backwards, like that. Whatever you want to call it. There it is. All right. And then not doing the same thing. So just going, I'm going to go down a little bit and same idea. And then I'm going to come, well, let's see if oh yeah, I can do it this way. And then we're just filling it in with that same shape. Oh, well, we're not mirroring it. That's what I keep wanting to mirror, and we're not. That we'll figure that out. All right. It'll be a Bronx cheer if nothing else. All right. And if you don't know what that is, I think I probably shall do that when we finish. All right. So then once you have your space filled, then we're just gonna do some rounding. So it's kind of like a practice in squiggly lines and rounding. So where these intersect, let me try to do it a little bit neater, like so. And what's neat about this is, I mean, you can have them be. I'm just going to go down a row here, or a column. It would be the other way. It would be a row. The one thing I like to make sure to do is to kind of have it merging in and out of this line. So you may want to redefine that because, as you can see, like where I have done this, even though it merges right in fine, it's still a little bit different shade. So just a thought. And you could do this with, doing the rounding with curved lines. I mean, that always looks nice, but if it's, sometimes I find it difficult to make the little curve line. So if you just start even with, more of a straight line, it's something. It'll work. And I attempt to like kind of do a little like miniature takeoff and land so that way I'm coming off of one line going on to the other. This kind of rounding, like with the tangle floors, it's the same thing. I've always had a bit of a struggle with and to make it look nice the way I want it. And some of it is just called patience, and some of it is called patience and going slow. And not thinking too hard about it. because it seems like when I don't think and just do, it works better. So and also doing on these little partials. So it, like I said, it's a neat, and as you can see as it's coming together, it just has a really neat kind of texture. Oops. And the other best part is the it's squiggly lines. It's nothing has to be perfect at all, and I love the whimsical nature of it, and it's just kind of unique. It's a unique tangle, and so how neat to um, use this. If you're doing tradition, well, yeah, well, it doesn't matter. Traditional Zentangle, like the method, and you're filling in sections, and sometimes it's nice to have something that's just kind of, I don't know, neat like this. It has some it has, I don't know if I call it high contrast, but it's neat that it has some contrast in these filled in sections, just like floors. It's kind of like light contrast, but these squiggly lines are just neat. And I again like the ones where it there is no wrong. There really is no wrong. I could have gone opposite and just kept going with what I did instead of stopping and going whoops. And then here, like on the side, if you're doing these like at the partial, you can kind of decide, well, is that where it would be like kind of intersecting there or not? Maybe that one just a little bit, and I think on this side we will not that one because I kind of have it going at an angle. All right. And that is it. That is it to that tangle. It's I don't know. I think it's super cool. Super cool. All right. So I mentioned, and usually in my videos, because it is often that I do something, and so I will talk course corrections. This is um, course corrections. That's been my term. I heard a speaker a long time ago talk about, it was either planes or ships, could be both. But if you were, if you follow, you're always making course corrections, because if you don't go just like from point A to point B and make a straight line, because there are things that happen naturally, either in the air or in the water, that take you off course, and so you always have to be course correcting. And I like that. It's like there's not anything wrong. It's just your course correcting, and I love that term. So that's why I started using it here. So this one comes from Zentangle. This is a tangle. And when you have something that you're like, well, I don't even know where to go from here. Usually, if something is going awry, just keep going with it. Like I said, I could have just kept going with it, but then I didn't. So here we have this little piece of, I don't know what to do with it. So here's how this works. And I'm going to decide which way I like is up. Oh, I think I'm going to do this way up. So here's how Bronx Cheer works. In the area that you wish to course correct, I'm just going to put some little, we call them like black, like pearls. So it's like just a little orb. You can leave a little space open for a little shine. And you decide where you want to put that. You could always add the little shine later, but it's nice. Oh, I think that works perfectly there. So I did 2, then 3, and so you're just kind of stacking them. You're alternating their placement, and again, do it as big as you want. And then so I had did these 2 up here, and then right from that center, I'm going to just draw a little curved line, and then one a little distance from it, and have it meet at the middle, or meet at the end. Oh, I can meet at the middle too if you want. And there we have the Bronx Cheer. It was meant to be there. That's how it works. So, and then, okay, so, and this one doesn't really have shading. I mean, unless you wanted to do like a drop shadow. And so to make this be even more on purpose, we could do a little. I'm just using what's left on this tortillon because it was rather heavy. There we go. I just put a little drop shadow. Well, let's do There we go. It was meant to be that way. So really neat tangle. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, would love to have you click the like button. And while you're at it, if you liked it enough to see more and you haven't done so already, would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. Feel free, of course, to share it, leave comments, and all of that. All of those things help with the algorithms, and so helps get the word out about the channel. So I appreciate any and all of those activities if you do that. In the description section, you will find links to the step outs. I always do my own version and then link to the creator of the tangle, so that way you can see it right from that artist's hand. So I'll have those there. Below that, link to my website. So if you are interested in connecting or taking online classes, other things, you will find everything on my website, which is continually under construction. So so enjoy what you see there. You never know when it might change. It's when I have time. Let's see. Below that, I have a link to my Facebook page, so if you happen to be on there, would love to have you follow me. And last but not least, I should say, if you'd like to hang out with a bunch of crazy and wonderful Tangle addicts, we'd love to have you join us. We have a private Facebook group, so click the link. I do have some questions that are required for entry, so just so you're aware of that. I hate hitting decline, but if somebody's not answering any of the questions or the ones that are required, then I just assume that they're really not interested. So just to let you know that. And with that, I think that's it. So thanks again so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.